Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to our archives. Inside the vast databanks of our temple, I have been expecting you. I hope you have decided to enroll yourself in our academy due to the reputation we have amassed from our previous students, with them going on to become famous Jedi, Sith, and acolytes of the Force that truly show the esteem of what being a Force user is. Today, my friends, we are going to be discussing about a rather mysterious, cryptic, and enigmatic character from the sequel trilogy, and personally, one of my favourite characters in all of Star Wars, and my favourite character from the sequel era. Yes, my friends, I'm speaking about Supreme Leader Snoke. Supreme Leader Snoke was hailed as the Supreme Leader of the First Order. The First Order taking up the officers and their descendants from the remnants of the Galactic Empire after its destruction in 4 ABY by the hands of Luke Skywalker and Lando Calrissian respectively, with Luke Skywalker taking out the heads in Vader and Palpatine, and Lando Calrissian destroying the main base of operations, being the Death Star. Supreme Leader Snoke was a Strandcast clone made, crafted, and formed on Exegol, an ancient Sith holy world steeped in the dark side. Snoke was genetically manufactured on Exegol by Palpatine and his Sith Eternal cultures many years prior to the outbreak of the Clone Wars, with Snoke having been alive during the Clone Wars and old enough to have an attained memory of events such as the Clone Wars, the Galactic Empire's reign and fall. As in an interview, he was stated by Andy Serkis to know essentially everything and be aware of past events, meaning his age is somewhere between 70, possibly a bit younger, years old. Throughout Snoke's many depictions throughout the sequel trilogy and in a few comics depicting Kylo Ren's descent into darkness, we can see that Snoke has attained a multitude of injuries, with his face being malformed, disfigured, and deformed. We can see that Snoke has a multitude of scars from his warrior lifestyle, and due to the fact his body has begun to fail him. Many of the Star Wars community and its content creators have assumed that this was just Snoke and his ailing body that comes with old age due to being a clone. However, this is actually not the case. Today, I shall be discussing an excerpt from the Last Jedi, the Visual Dictionary. The Visual Dictionary having a section and a page depicting Snoke and discussing his injuries, going into full detail about them. Now, my friends, let us proceed, delving into the secret halls of the Supreme Leader, and delving in and stealing information and coveted data from the First Order archivist. Now, my friends, let us begin. The excerpt from the Visual Dictionary of Star Wars The Last Jedi depicts Snoke's injuries. It goes as follows. Though his name is known to the galaxy, and his reputation as the Supreme Leader of the First Order precedes him, few have ever actually seen Snoke in the flesh. He obscures himself with distance, being forever unreachable, save for a select few who can contact him directly. Even under such circumstances, Snoke disguises his true nature. Whatever frailties have broken his body are dwarfed by the immense size at which he typically projects his form. Snoke is powerful in the dark side of the Force, but he is no Sith. That 1,000-year lineage stretching from Darth Bane to the last Sith Lord Darth Vader was undone when Vader died, destroying his mentor Darth Sidious. The fulfillment of an ancient prophecy foretold the end of the Sith, but it never predicted the end of darkness. The following excerpt goes on to depict, describe, and authorize Snoke's wounds, going as following. Snoke's famous head scar, the line that is drawn in an odd question mark curving formation through his head and skull, was actually theorized to be a wound dealt by Luke Skywalker in a duel, or at least the majority of his frailties are, as Snoke has been stated to have dueled Luke Skywalker once before. While neither seemed to get the upper hand, it appeared as if Luke won the duel, and Snoke was forced with a plethora of new injuries to deal with. This scar is known as a hypertrophic scar channel. Another famous wound, and possibly even more famous than this albeit, is the sunken-in cheek that Snoke has on his left cheek, or right cheek based on your perspective. His sunken-in cheek has lattices and pieces of skin tissue, very and increasingly frail and old, looking almost rotten and tanned, and also incredibly decaying. In the medical world, there is actually a scientific name for Snoke's wound here. This wound is currently known as malformed zygoma. Malformed zygoma is where a patch of skin falls in, starts to decay exceedingly fast, which is a full breakdown of Snoke's wounds. Well, my friends, what did you think of this video? This was a short compilation of Snoke's most crucial and vital wounds. What did you think of this? Be sure to drop any video ideas you have down below in the description and comment section below. Be sure to use the Force and your lightsaber to lacerate the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and utilize Force Lightning to shock the like button into submission. Goodbye, my friends. I bid you farewell, and I hope you are not on the receiving end of one of the Supreme Leader's brutal, torturous punishments.